and welcome back to Lycan Studios. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day. So, by the title of the video, I'm sure that you can tell we are going to be talking about my top 10 Game of Thrones Season 8 reunions that I'm looking the most forward to. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Be sure to leave me a comment down below if you did enjoy the video and your top 10 reunions. That way I can just see what you guys are thinking, because it's going to be a season full of them. There's all kinds. Also, before we get into the video, I just want to let you guys know that that beautiful background music that you are hearing is coming from my main man, Gerd Zimmerman. Huge shout out to you. I'm going to link his Instagram and Facebook down in the description below. You guys should definitely check him out. He's posted all kinds of videos. I actually found him on Facebook. I'm a part of this guitar group. You guys know I love playing guitar. And yeah, I just heard his music, just a clip of it, and holy cow, it is so beautiful. I figured it would fit the video perfectly, so I just typed up a message to him, and he was more than happy to supply some music for the background of these videos. So definitely leave him some love. He is absolutely awesome. I can't wait for his EP to come out very soon. I think he said it's going to come out in January, but yeah, if you guys enjoy guitar, definitely check him out. But anyways, let's jump into my top 10 Game of Thrones Season 8 reunions. So first off, we're actually going to take care of a couple bonus ones, because I know, like I said, there's just so many reunions. I wanted to make sure that I hit kind of all of them that I can think of. So the bonus ones, we have Davos and Melisandre. Of course, that's going to be interesting. You guys know everything that went down with them and the history that they have. Then we have Brienne and Tormund, which is going to be one of the funnier ones. We have Ghost and Nymeria. I'm not too sure if it's going to happen. And then we have the Hound in the Mountain, which obviously will give us Clegane Bowl. It's just going to be a fight, and it's going to be awesome. But anyways, number 10, we have a very underestimated one, I think anyways. We have Jorah and Lycan Mormont. So honestly, I guess it's really not much of a reunion, but more of like a reaction. So it is kind of weird that I'm starting it out, but I've seen a lot of top 10 videos and no one really ever talks about this one. So there is probably a chance that they don't really make a big deal out of it, but it is kind of weird if you think about it. So we basically have, you know, Jorah and Lycan Mormont. Lyanna is, I'm sure, aware of, you know, her relative that was basically cast away by Ned Stark for selling slaves. So it's going to be very interesting for them two to come face to face, since they're all going to be banded together to fight the White Walkers, most likely at Winterfell. Coming in at number 9, we have Theon and Yara. So this is kind of another one that a lot of people don't really think a big deal about, because like I said, there are all kinds of reunions and stuff that are going to take place, but this one has a huge effect on the storyline, I do believe. So we obviously have Yara, who was captured by Euron, and we have Theon, who is setting out to save her. So how that reunion takes place is going to be huge. Does Theon end up getting killed? Does Yara survive? We don't know, and I think it's going to be really good. My thoughts are that Theon will die trying to save Yara, and yeah, a big question is, will Yara have her tongue cut out? It could be crazy. So next up at number 8, we probably are getting back on track to what you guys would think are the top 10 reunions. But anyways, we have Sansa and the Hound. So obviously the way these characters met was probably not the best of circumstances. So obviously you had the Hound, who was basically a bodyguard to Joffrey, and Sansa obviously was pretty much betrothed to him. So in the beginning, of course, Sansa was loving it. She thought she had her Prince Charming. She thought she was going to grow up to be the queen one day, and obviously that took a turn for the worse. I think I said obviously way too many times, but yeah, so basically when she's going through all this crap with Joffrey, when she finds out that he is pretty much just a dick, what else can I say? The Hound was kind of like her secret protector. He saved her from being raped in season 2 by those 3 attackers, and pretty much just, you know, escorted her home, made sure she was always okay. He did have to listen to Joffrey, which put him in a tough situation, but you guys kind of can tell with the Hound's arc, he's basically turning into a good guy and getting rid of all the things that he did in the past, and basically just caring more. I think that was basically his biggest problem, is that he just really didn't care. He just did whatever he felt he wanted to do, and now he's starting to care, and I think Sansa was pretty much the force that pushed him to start caring. So yeah, I think that would be a pretty big reunion, seeing seeing Sansa and the Hound together once again. Then next up we have, at number 7, Jon and Ghost. We better get this reunion. If they leave the direwolves out of season 8, I'm going to be pissed. I think Ghost has to come back. You can't just leave him hanging. That would be terrible. So I do think we will have a Jon and Ghost reunion. So pretty much from what I've read, says basically that scenes with the direwolves are super expensive. Of course, we had the one with Nymeria in season 7, but I don't think we've seen Ghost since the beginning of season 6. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that, but I was actually reading, I think a couple days ago, that they had a scene that was supposed to be shot with Ghost. I think it was when Jon was leaving Winterfell to meet up with Dany, where basically he like pets Ghost and was like telling him to take care of Sansa and Winterfell and watch over everybody and stuff, but it got cut. So it looks like it's just for monetary reasons, but hopefully, since Game of Thrones Season 8 is supposed to be huge, it's supposed to be the best season ever, Ghost will be back. I don't really see how they have a solid season without bringing back Ghost. That would just be so weird. That would be one of those things where people would just be mad about it for a long time. So hopefully we get this reunion. Coming in at number 6, we have Arya and Gendry. So you guys pretty much know this had to be in the top 10. I don't think Arya and Gendry have been together since season 3. I probably should have came with better facts, so don't quote me on that. If it was different, definitely leave it in the comments below, but I'm pretty sure it was season 3 where we last seen them two. We obviously didn't know what was going on with Gendry for the longest time, and then we finally found him, you know, and now he's back with Davos, and now he's with Jon, so we will definitely be seeing this reunion pretty soon. And yeah, it's going to be interesting because obviously Gendry is one of the only characters, well, pretty much the character that has really made Arya feel ladylike. That's good terminology. Basically made her feel ladylike. Obviously she likes him, has feelings for him, so it's going to be interesting to see how that goes down. A lot of people think they'll end up getting together. I don't think so, just because of all the things that have happened to Arya, but it's definitely going to be awesome. So for number 5, we have another one with Arya. Arya and the Hound. Arya is in a lot of these reunions just because she has been on one of the craziest journeys, you know, after season 1 and 2, where everything just goes to hell. She's obviously become a faceless man. She was on the journey with Hot Pie and Gendry, kind of trying to escape, and then she found herself with the Hound, someone she wanted to kill, but someone she needed help, obviously, to survive. Probably should have said someone's help she needed to survive. That makes a little bit more sense. So we pretty much left off with Arya thinking that the Hound was dead. So how is she going to react when she finds out that he isn't? I think she actually might be a little happy. I don't know. Is that pushing it a little bit? I think she might be a little happy. We know, obviously, that the Hound was pretty happy when Brienne told him that Arya was alive and safe and sound and stuff. So I think it's going to be a pretty good reunion. It's going to be a good reunion. And then I think they're also going to team up and fight the Mountain. So it's going to be pretty cool. All right. So for number 4, we actually combined 2 of them because I couldn't really pick between the 2. And I think they both will, they kind of go hand in hand. We have Jon and Sam and Bran. So that 3 right there is going to be crazy. Obviously, we have Bran and Sam, who now know Jon's parentage, and that is going to be a huge meeting when they tell him, hopefully within the first couple episodes. And then, of course, we just have Jon, you know, individually with each one of them. You know, Jon and Sam are best friends. They haven't seen each other since season 5, I do believe, when Sam set off for the Citadel, so that's going to be awesome. I don't even think Sam knows about, you know, Jon being stabbed and all that stuff. And then, of course, we have Bran. That's going to be very interesting. That's going to be the main, like, reunion that they use to defeat the Night King. That's going to be huge, absolutely huge. So for the 3rd spot, it's a little bit higher on my list than I think most people's, but we have Bran and Jamie. The things I do for love. The things I do for love. I mean, if you think about it, their first meeting in like 20 seconds changed everything. Absolutely everything. They barely crossed paths, and it had the biggest outcome out of any 2 characters meeting, I think, than anything else. Like, it was just insane. Obviously, you know, he pushes him out of the tower. He ends up paralyzed, and from there, he becomes the Three-Eyed Raven. Now, I almost didn't rank this meeting as high just because I kind of think that Bran is too far gone as the Three-Eyed Raven to really hold a grudge or anything like that, but it's just going to be really interesting to see how Jamie reacts to it. You know what I mean? Because Jamie is obviously on this arc where he's kind of becoming a more heroic character. I think he's going to go down as a hero, maybe saving Bran, that'll be pretty cool, and then dying in the arms of the woman he loves, Brienne. So it's just going to be interesting. I don't think Bran is really going to be too focused on it as much just because he's too far gone to really be holding grudges. But it would be very interesting if Bran somehow says to Jamie, like, I understand why you killed the Mad King, because he has kind of seen what the Mad King did and stuff like that. So it'd be kind of cool for the one character that Jamie pushed out of the tower and completely changed the life of and stuff to be the main character that is like, I understand why you killed the Mad King. Kind of giving Jamie, like, a little bit of credit almost for killing him. So that would be very, very interesting. Definitely let me know what you guys think about that meeting, because that's one of the ones where it could go either way. I don't really think he'll hold a grudge, but it could get pretty crazy. So at my number 2 spot is another one that I think people usually have a little bit lower on their list, but I have Sansa and Tyrion. I think this is going to be absolutely crazy when we look at the evolution of Sansa's character. So a lot of people think that it is possible that they end up back together. I'm not too convinced that that would happen, but wouldn't it be crazy? That would be an amazing way to kind of finish out Sansa's character. It also would give Tyrion someone to really love and be with That way he isn't really into Dany as much, and that way we can get rid of the stupid idea that Tyrion is going to end up evil, because I hate that idea. But yeah, so it's been a long time since they've seen each other. It's going to be crazy when they talk about, you know, who was actually behind the murder of Joffrey. It's gonna be crazy. Like absolutely crazy, the Tyrells that were behind it and stuff like that, just because Tyrion ended up being blamed for it and Sansa just vanished pretty much with Littlefinger. So just to see how they interact and stuff is going to be crazy, because Sansa has developed into this character where she is probably going to end up in power, like a political power somehow, and it would be really cool if maybe Tyrion starts to advise Sansa a little bit. Maybe he kind of transitions from really like being behind Dany to more being behind Sansa. That would be pretty cool. And at number 1, I'm sure all of you guessed it because it's pretty much the only one left, Jon and Arya. This is going to be the most emotional reunion we will have in Game of Thrones. So I was kind of thinking about it, and I was rewatching the show actually with my brother, started a couple days ago, and like even before they are all kind of separated, which happens pretty fast, you don't really see like how much all the Stark children and stuff love each other. You obviously find out throughout the seasons how much Jon really loves all of his siblings. Like he's going to break his vows with the Night's Watch to go help Robb win the war. He does go to war for Rickon, you know, with Ramsay. The reunion with Sansa was super emotional. And then you have Arya. Arya was the character that, you know, before everything went down, before they were, you know, kind of broken up and split apart, he just absolutely loved Arya. He really showed how much he cared for Arya. They were kind of like the 2 black sheep out of the Stark children. Even in the books, it says how like they look just like Ned. They look alike, you know, jet black hair and stuff, while the other ones kind of have red hair and look more like the Tullys. So these are kind of just the 2 characters that really go together. And you've seen how emotional Jon will be for his other siblings when you have this one, where even in the original outline for Game of Thrones, George R.R. Martin has said that he had them, you know, as lovers. So it's going to be very, very, very emotional, and I'm super excited. But yeah, guys, so that pretty much breaks down my top 10 reunions, along with some bonus ones that I think you guys will enjoy. So nonetheless, definitely let me know in the comments below what kind of reunions or which reunions you guys are looking most forward to. I'm pretty sure a lot of them will be the same. Maybe not my first couple. They were a little bit different, you know, with the Mormonts and stuff, but I do think that'll be pretty interesting. But like I said, leave me a comment. Make sure to check out Gert Zimmerman. Awesome guitarist, absolutely beautiful music. I probably just had it on loop, but yeah, this song was called, I think it was Green Hill is what he told me the name of it was, because like I said, he hasn't even came out with these songs yet, but yeah, Green Hill, absolutely beautiful. Hopefully he'll be coming out with that EP very soon in January, and yeah, I'll be able to use more of the music and stuff like that. But nonetheless, huge shout out to him, huge shout out to you guys. You guys have just been awesome since I've been back, and yeah, it's really fun. It's been really fun making these videos once again. So anyways, this has been Lycan Studios. We'll see you in that next one. Let me know what you want to see. Make sure to smash that thumbs up button if you enjoyed, and yeah, peace.